You probably own one of these multimeters. We all started out using them. But today we're going to see if this FNIRSI 2C53T meter is worth having on the bench and see what all we can do with it. Stick around. This FNIRSI 2C53T meter has a multimeter function. You have an oscilloscope and a signal generator. Let's see what it all does. Not only does it have all the basic functions of a regular multimeter, with this meter you also get a multimeter, oscilloscope, and a signal generator built in. And later on I'll show you how you can measure the impedance of the primary and secondary and get the turns ratio of any audio output transformer using the oscilloscope and signal generator in this meter. What do you think, little Sheila dog? Huh? What do you think? The FNIRSI 2C53T has your basic multimeter functions on it. You can test for voltage. You can test for continuity. You can test for resistance. Just resistance through my hand. And for capacitance. I'm going to check this capacitor here. It says it's 21.75 UF. That's a 22 UF capacitor. We'll go back to continuity and you hit select. Now you hit move to check for diodes. You can also check current, milliamps and amps, but you have to move your leads over to the amp side to check that. Make sure you're not checking more than 1 amp on the fused part or you'll blow the internal fuse. The meter also measures temperature, but you need a K-type thermocoupler to do that with, and I don't have one, so I wasn't able to test that function. The next function it'll do is a signal generator, and that comes in handy for testing all kind of equipment with. Do a sine wave, square wave, sawtooth, half wave, full wave, step wave, reverse step wave, index up, index decrease, direct current, multi-audio, sync pulse, Lorentz waves.
That's about it.
And you can change the frequency, duty cycle, and the amplitude of it here. When you get ready to run it, make sure you hit the play button. Just hold it down. It turns it on. After you get through, make sure you turn it off or it'll run the battery down quicker. And then, of course, you have your oscilloscope. And that was the last thing I had going on it, where we was checking the input and output turns ratio of this EdCore output transformer. Then you have your settings. You can change the language, sound and light, startup boot. If you want it to multimeter to be on, or oscilloscope or signal generator to come on when you turn it on. You can set the auto shutdown, USB sharing for connecting it to a PC, and then that tells you your current version. With the FNIRSI's oscilloscope function, we can inject an RMS signal on the input and measure the RMS voltage coming out of it and get the turns ratio and the impedance of it. But first, let's set the signal generator up. We want a 1000 hertz signal. We want the duty cycle at 50% and the amplitude at 1 volt. Go to parameter measurements. Make sure you got frequency on and RMS on both channels. That's all you need. Now we have channel 1 set up on the primary. Channel 1 is connected to the primary, and channel 2 is connected to the secondary. And this is the signal generator coming into the secondary. And you can see we have 6.8 volts RMS on the primary side and about 2.6 or 270 millivolts coming out going into the secondary. And if we use our formula, we can see that's a turns ratio of about 25:1, which gives us a 5 kilo ohm impedance. And that's exactly what this EdCore is a 5K output transformer. On this meter, one thing I'd like to have never found, and I didn't find it in the manual either, is how to turn on the measurements. You have to hold the PMR button down a few seconds, and you see it shows the measurements on there. I like to never found that out. After spending some time with the FNIRSI 2C53T, I can honestly say it's much more than just a multimeter. You get a signal generator and an oscilloscope with it. And if you're testing vintage electronics, tube amps, or just anything out in the field, it comes in handy. And it's a meter I'll definitely keep on the workbench. I'll be using all of these FNIRSI meters in upcoming projects and sharing what I learn as I go. So follow along with OhmWorks Lab, and if you want to check them out, there's a link in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next project.